Tonight we're staying at Under Canvas.
Well, there is a hospital at exit 65.
We're down at the Hoover Dam today right now. We're gonna. She's liking this trail. Hiking.
One that was there is dead. That tree there is equally spaced, and there's another one down. So this,
my knowledge of the way things grow and the way things are, that has nothing to do with it.
I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to say that this right here, these oak trees, this was a fence row at one time because they're perfectly straight.
Those are the most beautiful oak trees. Look at that, guys.
These oak trees were planted somewhere around Civil War, maybe a little before. They're probably 200, 250 years old.
Hey, but finding a truly abandoned home is a good find.
Yeah, it is.
I heard your comment about trespassing.
But how?
Harvey Lee Calhoun, U.S. Air Force. This is, I didn't even introduce, sorry. This is King's Chapel Cemetery, and we're still out here in Alpine, Alabama. Sorry. Okay, Harvey Lee Calhoun. He was U.S. Air Force. Oval Calhoun, U.S. Navy. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. I love the woods. It looks like there's something back here. Normally, I'm gonna go looking in a house, but he stays outside and keeps watch for me, and then if I yell, he'll come in. But I'm not gonna do anything stupid either. I can't see I see somebody's roses down here, but let's see.
There may not even be one. The stone may be gone.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see these woods down through here, guys. See that thick woods right there look different than the ones on the other side. That's the reason why that got my attention. Because the woods look different.
You know what? Those giant oak trees, they go way on down through there. So this was
A piece of property.
This was definitely a huge piece of property at one time.
That was probably a farm, and that was probably their home.
That's what I'm thinking.
And that was their home. Because it has a fireplace in like 3 different rooms, and the bedrooms have fireplaces. So that's an old home, and it had a basement, but everything was falling in so much, you'll see, that I couldn't get in there. I got in as far as the first floor, and that was iffy. Let's see. Meryl Swain and James Swain. It is beautiful out here, though.
Yeah, it's pretty, wasn't it?
Look, he's got a car. Joe Swain.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. Look how it's shaped. Estelle and Benjamin. No, I thought that was a cool find. I had to go check. I had to. 1892 to 1963. What do you think I thought when I looked at the woods and I saw that? I was like, no way.
I knew it was happening.
What? Hey, I was showed you it. I saw it fair and square. Right? Here we go. Garrett, 1968. I'm going to try to find some Garretts related to Pat. Let's go ahead and do these back here. You know, and work our way up. You know, one of the most beautiful cemeteries I've seen are the Abbey cemeteries and stuff.
Yeah, those are nice.
Zella sounds like a gypsy name.
Yeah.
It do, don't it?
It does.
I was checking my camera, something low. Thought something was wrong. I was checking it.
Definitely from the Vakian side of the world.
Let's see. Solomon Calhoun, 1858. Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Good morning, birds. Good morning, Mary Caldwell. It's a beautiful morning, huh? Yeah. Susan Garrett. 1808. Wow. Get down here and look. Let's see. Woo. What's the top of that say? Right here.
This is
No, this. Yeah.
Marcesis. Is that what that is? Marcesis maple?
Narcissus.
Or is it
Maple.
is that an N?
Yeah. Okay. So this one is. Joe. 1800. Josie Swain. Wow. Henry Swain, 1886. So we're in the old section now.
Yeah.
Henry Swain.
Well, they had the blades a little low when they cut this.
Yeah, I noticed that. When you run your hands through that grass to clear the grapes, and get stickers in there. Clemson Calhoun and Ruby Calhoun. Them birds like seeing visitors. People normally don't mind, guys, if you visit the graveyard as long as you're respectful. Because they got people out here. Katie and Jarrell Garrett. Just a lot of Garretts.
Yeah.
Ivory.
Probably relatives of Pat Garrett, because this was part of the state.
No, it's not. No,
It's not spelled the same?
it is, but it's not. 1910 to 1977. Pastors, Garrett brothers. Listen here. A pair of brothers that were pastors. That's nice. We have Reverend C.R. Garrett and Reverend S.F. Garrett, 1911 and 1923. That's really nice. Marzell McKenzie. Oh, look at this. You ready getting this?
Now that is cool.
It protects her picture.
Yeah, it doesn't get all sunsplosh.
Right. Look at that. Because that picture looks like, that picture's from the 1940s, guys.
A picture's 20 years old.
Yes.
At least
And
it's
that
been
looks
on
like
there.
that picture was taken in the 1920s. So
That's really
look
cool.
at this. Look, look.
Good job.
That's nice. I never saw one of those.
I never saw a brass plate put on like that. I wonder if they had that made or.
I don't know, but it's a good idea.
It really is.
Go over here. I was impressed with that. Very impressed. Here you go. George Fawny, 1922 to 19 what? 51?
Yeah, it looks, yeah, 51.
Go check back here. Look, look. I think that's one. I'm not getting back in no more bushes today. But I'm sure that's one. See that?
Yep.
And here's one. I might be able to find it by the where it's located. It looks like the woods are overtaking some of these graves.
It is. Some of these bigger trees fell and they just weren't cleaned up right.
I'm checking for more graves. I don't see any. Lyndon Burns Jr. I'm not posting these.
Okay.
Because they're in the 2000s.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. A lot of times I won't post that because family members are still alive and stuff. I want it 20 years out if I can get it.
Right. We don't want to interfere with someone's mourning process.
Right. And how would I like it if somebody just plastered my family member's face all over? I wouldn't. So I try to respect that. Lula Calhoun. I've always loved the name Lula. Emmett Kelly Sr., Private U.S. Army, World War II.
Happy.
Huh?
I like that Happy.
See, these are like old ones. Shirley Garrett Leisure. And Charles and Stephanie Willis. Pretty.
Of course, one of the reasons they had a lot of these heavy stones on top of it, I'm wondering if this isn't an area that has a lot of water retention problems
Probably does
and
down
would
here.
push the caskets back to the surface.
Well, it is right around. Hold this for a second. It is right around the river. Alpine is right along the Coosa River. Just on the north side over here. Charles Willis Jr. So yeah, you're probably right about that. George Jones, look at there, guys. I found George Jones. Not 1973. George Jones. Didn't know it'd be so easy to find them. Frederick Dates Sr. Yeah, whoever owned that property over there, that was their house. It's falling in now, but that's a baby.
No, I actually think the house that went with those trees is like long gone. I think it was a very large house, like a plantation type house. I think this was probably a plantation at one point. Because that house there looks like it's probably maybe from the 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, I say hit the picture I hit the camera. It's okay, I called it when I did it. Alright. Jackie Robertson dates. I had to reset the mics. Alright. I'm used to it now. Willie James Swain, U.S. Army World War II, and Edward Lee Swain. Yeah, I don't see any more out that way.
I don't either.
No, I got 10 minutes going that way over at that house. So I ain't worried about it. I'm going to look at this one. These are divots, watch out.
Yeah, that's right. Lawnmower got hung up.
Yep. There's a lot of graves out here. Baker. Samuel Jonathan Baker. A.C. Baker Barclay. Barclay. Robert Baker. There's no dates on them. Arlene Baker. Alright guys, we're gonna cut and get on down the road.
Alright.
I hope you enjoyed this little tour and the tour of the abandoned house. That's 2 in like a month. Doing good. 2 for 2. Have a good day guys.